next big thing. I'm gonna spread my wings. You're gonna hear me say, 'cause I'm the next big thing. Yeah, I'm the next big thing. I'm gonna spread my wings. You're gonna hear me say, 'cause I'm the next big thing. Yeah, I'm the next big thing. Wanna see my face on the silver screen? I'll be coast to coast and everything between. Oh, I got a second step in a Midas touch. Yes, I do know the way I move is enough to make your heartbeat rush. Everybody's got eyes on me, stay fresher than a limousine. So you better make way for me, it's my destiny. 'Cause I'm the next big thing. I'm gonna spread my wings. You're gonna hear me say, 'cause I'm the next big thing. Yeah, I'm the next big thing. I'm gonna spread my wings. You're gonna hear me say, 'cause I'm the next big thing. Yeah, I'm the next big thing. Everybody's got eyes on me. I see fresher than a limousine. So you better make way for me, it's my destiny. 'Cause I'm the next big thing. I'm the next big thing. Spread my wings. You're gonna hear me say, 'cause I'm the next big thing. I'm the next big thing. I'm gonna spread my wings. You're gonna hear me say, 'cause I'm the next big thing. Yeah, I'm the next big thing. I'm the next big thing. You're gonna hear me say, 'cause I'm the next big. I'm the next big thing. I'm the main attraction. I'm the main attraction. I'm about to get mean. I'm about to get loud. Spotlight on me when I take my bow. You're gonna pay full price if you want front row. I got a Hollywood star. I got my name in stone. Are you ready for the show? I sit back and listen. I'm gonna blow your mind. I am a superstar, and I knew I would come this far. You better make way. Get off my stage. Lights, camera, action. I'm the main attraction. I'm the main attraction. You're gonna feel your heartbeat when it starts to rush. I wanna look, leave your jaw wide open, 'cause I'm illustrious. Are you ready for the show? I sit back and listen. I'm gonna blow your mind. I am a superstar, and I knew I would come this far. You better make way. Get off my stage. Lights, camera, action. I'm the main attraction. attraction.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. Come on, check out what we got.
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
You've probably seen us all over the racing world and doing a lot of racing designs for events and race teams, but we also do a lot of stuff from small boutiques in small cities all the way up to Fortune 500 companies. Your brand deserves to be seen. We print on more than just shirts, hats, jackets, bags, and much, much more. Custom corporate branding starts here.
Last corner, last lap, pass.
I mean, we can go 300 laps and have a cleaner race than you can 20-lap feature at a local dirt track.
Best event of the year as far as I'm concerned, anywhere you go.
It's the most fun I've ever had in a race car.
The Northwest Racing Series, the Community Radio Network, and iRacing welcome you to coverage from virtual Watkins Glen International. Round number 10. It's back in the New York Groove 125, and we are going road course racing for the final time in Season 12 for the Northwest Racing Series Trucks Brethren. I'm Wesley Outland, Jeremy Stanley alongside Charles Wooten in the production chair as always. Hope you've had a great weekend. Lime Rock Park with ARCA last Thursday, Jeremy, and now the big boys of the trucks ready to go here at the 8-turn Watkins Glen International. What's up, brother?
What's going on, man? Yeah, we're doing a lot of road course stuff here in June, and it's fun. This race will be interesting. We prayed and prayed for the boot. We did not get the boot, but needless to say, we're gonna have a very fun time around this 8-turn track. I think it's the best road course on the circuit because you get a little combination of oval-ish style racing with the long straightaways and the turn 6 carousel and whatnot, and then you get some road course parts like this part here, for bus stop carousel. Then it's a great time, and we're gonna have a fun time. It's 51 laps. We'll see what goes on here. I'm not too sure who's got the advantage here tonight. I know you said Paulison's a good road course guy, but he was showing up at the ARCA series by a couple drivers, and now here at Watkins Glen, we'll see what happens here.
Well, the bragging rights, if you will, I would say would go to the road course king of Paul Newton. But I'll be honest, man, in the last season or two, it's changed where literally somebody else can, get in there or have got in there, have gave him kind of a competition, if you will. And that's what we're watching.
And you got 4 times posted right now. They have a longer extended road course qualifying session. So long, it's not 5 minutes. It's like, I think this time they got 15 on the board. So plenty of time to go over the rule book for the evening, get these times posted. It's about 2.5 minutes to post your 2 times, post your out laps. So about 5 laps at most to get your qualifying effort done.
Yeah,
do a little cool off period before the green flag tonight.
And we're glad that you're joining us, whether you are watching on the iRacing on LSRTV broadcast stream, or if you're listening on the Community Radio Network, the New York Groove 125 miles. Let's take a look at the race analysis for tonight, presented by Race On. Had a lot of great coverage from Boot Hill, USMTS, and more. Check out the archives and get ready for another fun weekend of summer racing approaching. Race On. Watch live or on replay. RaceOn.com. And they are the proud sponsor of the race information calendar. There it is tonight. 2-lap qualifying. We're going 125 miles, 51 laps. 3 sets of tires, plus the ones they qualify on. 100% fuel capacity. Usually halfway, 5 laps before, 5 laps after halfway. Jeremy, you know the game. They'll throw the caution. It'll be the only caution of the race. We just don't know what lap it'll be, but Charles does.
All right, so quick confirmation to the ones who might not know, and myself included, because I did not catch a full season last year here. Road courses, every time there is a competition caution randomly thrown, somewhere in the ballpark of a 10-lap span. Is that correct?
I mean, usually it's 5 before halfway or 5 after. It's somewhere within that window. I can tell you that much.
Okay.
It's usually around that time frame.
Very good, very good. So that is for every road course, which that's, you're going to be a road course. You're going to be a couple more road courses coming up relatively soon. So it's good to know that. And because there's no iRacing cautions. Absolutely none.
No, you're right.
There will not
You're
be.
right.
It'd be an admin only, one time. So road courses have a tendency to get really spaced out, so it's kind of cool to see an admin caution halfway. Some might not like it, some might, but for the viewers, for us, it makes it a little more entertaining.
Take a look at the weather conditions. We haven't done that yet. So weather conditions here tonight. Air temp at 68. Just before 11 a.m. Eastern time in Watkins Glen, New York. Sim time. Track temp at 90 degrees. And there's a 7-8 mile an hour wind right now. Mostly cloudy conditions. Here's a little information on the track dimensions. That is Watkins Glen International. 8 turns. The short course NASCAR layout varies from 36 to 48 inches with an average of 38 for track width. 38 feet, I meant to say. 36, 48 feet of track width. And ranges from 6 to 10 degrees in the turns. Elevation changes 124 feet. There's a front straightaway length of 2,150 feet. There's the back stretch off the S's heading into the outer loop, or the bus stop, if you will, at 2,500 feet. And we're not racing the boot. And Jeremy, I just don't like that. I like the boot. But we are running, obviously, the regular Watkins Glen course that NASCAR and the IMSA people run. So.
Yeah, I mean, IMSA does take advantage of the boot with their GT3 and whatnot. They have the 6 hours of Watkins Glen. They run it. iRacing or NASCAR should have ran it when COVID was around, but they never did. And so I think if they would open it up to that, we would see kind of like the Sonoma. Remember, Sonoma had the cup layout. Now it's back to the full layout. So they've done it with Sonoma recently. Why can't we do it at Watkins Glen? Come on now. Come on, leagues out there. Come on, NASCAR. Let's see what the boot is all about with the oval cars. Let's do it.
Well, qualifying is just about ready to expire. By the way, we mentioned there's going to be some angles around this racetrack, and there's that sharp angle from turn number 1. They call it the 90. And why is it called the 90? It's the 90-degree turn from the front straightaway push, past start finish, going into turn number 1. And that'll be something we'll keep an eye on. There's another shot from turn number 2, 3, 4 to the back straightaway. That's the S's part of the racetrack. And if you're wondering why they call it the S's, obviously it's shaped like S's, like a slithering snake. The back straightaway will then greet the outer, the inner loop, or the bus stop, if you will. There is an over gravel area that if you overshoot it, you will get penalized, or you have to stop your car. The carousel outer loop, and then you see that transition there from the outer loop into turn number 10 to turn what it used to be, if the boot was there, it would be turn number 5 to 6. And obviously, once we get these guys on the racetrack, Jeremy, we could show a better idea of it. But once you get your way through there, man, you transition down that straightaway and then final 2 turns to get you back to the start-finish line. You could really turn a lap pretty quickly here at Watkins Glen.
Yeah. Was it about a minute and 10 seconds roughly? And then check the qualifying. Well, the qualifying time just got erased off my screen, but I think it's like a 1 minute 8, 1 minute 7. No, maybe even less than that. It's just over a minute, which is pretty impressive. To make that many corners. And Wesley, they are gritting up here on pit road. Let's do this thing.
Are you ready to go? It's time to get it started.
Let's
in the
go.
New York Groove 125. By the way, this is round number 10 of the Northwest Truck Series. Starting lineup is Ryan Bloom on the pole. Fast man to the outside. Dennis Moore. That's Win Racing, row number 1. Row number 2 will find Paul Newton, the road course king, qualifies 3rd. Washington's Kevin Smith to the outside. Row number 3, Dan West Jr. and the 24 of Jeff Stabnow. That's Shelton, Washington, and Billings, Montana, Team LSRTV. Row 4, you'll see the drivers of the legend Frank Harris and Tyler King. Top 10 Jeremy, ready to roll. It's Stephen Paulison and last week's winner, Christopher White in the 19.
Row number 6 on back. It's going to be Sean Breitzman in 11th, James Vining in 12th. Row 7 and 13th is Brett Johnson. 14th place, Corey Elkelbarger. Row 8 and 15, Troy Daggett. Into his outside, Josh Childress in P16. Row 9 and 17th, John Ottenbacher. 18th place, Devin West. Row 10, Ray Fournier. In 19th, 20th place, Scott Hutchinson. In the last row here this evening, Dana Rogers in the 07, Stephen Bartlett in the 23, rounds out the 22 truck field, 1 pace lap, and then these guys are going to barrel off into turn number 1, one of the most trickiest corners in any start in this series schedule every single time. Oh, look at that, Wesley, we got info.
Competition caution will be lap 22. Somehow I think he's tricking us, but we'll see.
We left in the dark on Thursday, and here we are tonight with information before the green flag.
So the competition caution will be on lap number 22. So, Charles, what did you say? They wanted the info? Oh, wow.
You want to know why?
Letting them know now.
I mean, did you see that pit stop at the very last lap of Thursday's race before the yellow flag where you took complete advantage of it, the number 4?
I mean, potatoes.
He did what he had to do. But now the driver knows.
Will that change the change into the race, do you think, Jeremy? That's going to be something we'll have to watch.
Yeah, that's on the early part of the window. It's 51 laps. That's on lap 21, so that's definitely less than halfway.
Yeah.
So a little bit more of a short run in the beginning half. And then a little more tire conservation on the longer on the second, part 2.
We'll see when they change this up, no doubt. Beautiful looking safety car, by the way. Different looking than the other events we cover for these road courses. By the way, this will be the final road course event of the year for the Northwest Truck Series. I'm looking at that information as well. We ran earlier in the season at Portland International, and now Watkins Glen If you're not a fan of road courses, you don't have to worry about them anymore towards the run to the championship in season 12. But strap in, back in the New York groove is on. Virtual Empire State Trucks, you got a virtual race, and we're underway as they hit the 90 at Watkins Glen, Jeremy.
Great entrance into turn number 1. Couple trucks go wide, but that's no problem. You get the 1X, but it does not matter in a league race. Take it where you can get it. If there's speed, have it, but very clean. It's turn number 1 and set through the S's. Couple trucks break out in the lead here, the 25 of Bloom. Oh, we do have a wreck actually here in turn 3. Who is that? That is going to be the 333 James Vining backwards.
Wow. The cat man.
Guardrail.
Every time this guy tries to run with us, something happens to him right out of the gate. Watch what happened to the cat van, the motor car. Oh, he lost it. Oh, he got lost going through the S's. Oh, that's not the way to start things for the cat van.
Hey man, do it now. You get that competition yellow, you're going to be reset back behind the field, ready to go. So, thankfully, not much damage happened to the 333. So, I think it'll be just fine. Just going to be restarting the second part of this race a little bit behind. But look at this battle for the race lead. Here we go. Dennis Moore all over Brian Bloom, turn number 1. Great entrance and exit for both of these drivers, who out to almost a second lead over third place, Kevin Smith. Here's the S's, turn 2, turn 3, and then at the very top at turn 4. Ryan Bloom a little stronger in this part early on. Oh, Jeff Stapp now stuck
Look out, man.
in the guardrail. 2 laps and 2 guardrails.
Jeff Stapp now, already having bad luck. So let's pick up the leader. Ryan Bloom, if we can, turn. So let's go high above. Aerial coverage presented by... Oh, look at Jeff Stapp now real quickly, though, with a replay.
Oh, he snuck by. Who was that?
Wow.
So close.
Gonna try to pick up a leader at the front heading to the start-finish line, maybe Ryan Bloom. And when he gets this, oh yeah, here he goes. It's perfectly. Here he comes back around, heading to start-finish. All right, here we go. Take a lap with us with the aerial coverage here at Watkins Glen. This is a trip around the speedway. They're heading to the 90. That's that sharp 90-degree turn that we talked about. That's turn number 1 here at the Glen. Then they work their way into turns number 2, 3, 4 to 5. That's the S's part of the racetrack. The S's, the slithering leads to the back straightaway. The backstretch, Jeremy, works off of turn 4 to 5. They work down this backstretch coming off of the S's. That'll take you to the bus stop, or the inner loop as we call it. Penalty if you overshoot it. If you don't slow down, you get a 1-lap penalty. This leads up to the carousel, the outer loop. Now, you see that entrance to the far left? That would take you to the boot, to the toe, to the hill. But we don't go that way. We stay on the laces. We stay towards Big Bend, heading in to laces and the final turn. The push towards the final corner off Big Bend. Back to start finish. That's a lap around Watkins Glen, Jeremy.
Great, ready to walk this crowd around 1 lap of Watkins Glen. 25-44 still at it here. In third place, down a whole second and a half in just a lap for the 00 there. He's got pressure now from Mr. Paul Newton in the 27, who's kind of just stuck momentarily in that 2-ish second bracket. I'm kind of surprised that the bus stop is all one corner. Like, you would think this would be turn 5 here, and then this would be 6. And then you would lead off into 7, but no, they count that just 5 all by itself. Now this is now turn 6, all the way through. In a NASCAR oval race, turn 1 and turn 2 is less than 180 degrees. That whole carousel, turn 6, is 180 degrees. So, a little interesting how they do that, but it's okay.
And we mentioned what type of turns could they get. obviously, what lap times I mean. They're turning laps at 1:12 seconds. I mean, that's getting it. Ryan Bloom and turning laps pretty fast here.
Oh, Brett Johnson into pit road, even though he didn't want to be there. He spun it off of the final corner, turn 8, and he's going to miss it, actually, just barely. Brett Johnson goes heavy nose first impact into the inside guardrail, the third spin we've had here this evening. Refresher, no cautions are going to be had until the competition on lap 22. But 3 wrecks so far, and not one that's been dealt a lot of damage, thankfully.
So are we using the stats for the lap for the caution, or are we going to use it for other stuff, other tidbits of information Charles decides to fill our head with? The more you know.
We can manually type it, put in the guardrail contacts.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah. You jerk.
Black flag. This guy, Brett Johnson, he did make pit road entrance, but he said, nope, I don't want to actually come down pit road. And now iRacing said, well, you crossed the line. Now you have to come down pit road. Black flag issued to Brett Johnson, unsafe pit entrance. Let's see if he comes in this time to serve it. He does. That's a name. I love it.
Whatever he said. Peyton Howell, the shark, baby shark. Baby shark, did it. Sorry. Had a singing moment, Jeremy.
Yep. And there's counter number 1, making Wesley.
It's like just toying with me, right? You know, Charles knows. He's like, "Come here, boy, come here."
Frank Harris.
What did you
off
say?
The track. Still off the track. There's not the boot, man. Where you going? He's a fan of the boot. I thought he was gonna maybe park it right there. Now he's in traffic. He should be on the inside there. Now he's in the correct spot. Frank, where are you going, buddy? Just cruising. He's gonna come down pit road this time, hopefully. Not having a good truck. He hit the wall kind of hard there. He got some damage all over.
That's right. Ryan Bloom in the lead. Dennis Moore. Kevin Smith. Man, I'll tell you, Jeremy, Kevin Smith needs to have a solid race tonight, man. He's struggled this year. It's been a season where he's had poles, right? He had a pole back at Rockingham, remember? Had a pole at Richmond, but he just was not even able to capitalize or finish from that, much less it's just been an up and down year for the driver of the 00 win racing entry.
Yeah, there's a couple drivers I feel like that have a lot of speed and just having pit issues or just a miscue or just being part of the wreck stuff. I feel like Stabnow's in that group. Yeah, I feel like Tyler King, he should be up there with probably 2 wins, 1 to 2. I just, there's a couple of very strong contenders that just can't close the deal out in these races. So.
Sean Brightsman, 46, right there. I think if I'm trying to remember, he had himself a pretty good, solid run. Where are we at? We're at, what were we at last week? I think it was him that won, wasn't it?
Last week was Atlanta.
No, not Northwest Trucks. I meant the Arco.
Yeah, that was Lime Rock this past week.
He won at Lime Rock. Yeah. I really enjoy that series. Not taking anything away from the trucks, Jeremy, but I do like the ARCA cars, and I'm looking forward to this Thursday night when we go 150 laps at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway 5/8 mile. I think that's going to be a humdinger.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting race. Yeah, and the 46 of Bryceman, he's definitely on that list as well of drivers that should have way better stats so far into the season. I'm glad he's finally able to get a win in something, so it validates him in 2025. We just got to put the pieces together. Did very well in the ARCA car at Landmark, like you just said, winning the thing. Top 10 so far, but he definitely is off pace by a lot. He's already 14 seconds back to the race leader, so not looking as competitive here tonight. But Nashville Fairgrounds, 150 laps. That track is just ungodly bumpy. So I'm really curious to see how the ARCA cars can handle that surface.
So I wasn't a fan of Thursdays when they talked about this thing. I thought Wednesday would have been better. Bloom and Moore, Smith and Newton, West top 5. By the way, that is Dan West Jr., son Devin West behind him. Christopher White, winner last week. He's right there. Winner last week of the Truck Series. Christopher White finding victory lane in Michigan.
It's been a very good battle.
It was Atlanta last week. My apologies. Atlanta last week. He won. Yeah.
Christopher White, Atlanta.
How did you do an Atlanta race tonight?
Keep our eyes on this battle here. Very good 5th and 6th place. No, sorry, 6th and 7th. They have not left each other for more than 3 truck links in the past 5 or 6 laps. So he's hashing out the 5 and the 21 is. Here's a pass here for 14th place. No, it's not. Yes, that's for position. And of course, the race lead is under a half a second, so that's still a threat. And then 3rd and 4th place, this is a good battle here. Paul Newton trying to get some fresh air on that nose to showcase his road ringer abilities. Oh, a little crisis aversion there. Left, right, around the 73. Now he's got that clean air on the nose with 27. Let's see if he can make up that 4-second gap here in the next 10 laps.
Homestead next week, Darlington. And then we take off for a couple of weeks for 4th of July. Remember, we're off on June the 30th and July 7th, unless we put together an all-star race. Monday night, July 7th. Are you for the idea of an all-star race or not? I'm sorry, Jeremy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always kind of curious about the car count, right? So if you have a league of 20 cars, like the All-Stars, you're going to have, what, a 10-car field? And I'm like, these guys have 30 entries, though. So, then you can say I have enough to be worthy of a 15 to 20 car count for the All-Star. So that would make it more meaningful. So I would say, based on what they have right now, 42 have made a start in the series. I would say it's worthy of having some form of an all-star event.
All-star race July 7th, if it happens. I voted for it to happen. But, I voted for the run race on the booth, and that didn't happen for me. So.
Oh, is that
See
one
what he
truck
does
that
to
they're
me?
off
You
the
see,
wall?
this doesn't to compete against me. I have no support, Jeremy. Jeremy, you got to help me out. You got to break up the vote. Because Charles is going to be negative and bet against me. Yeah.
See, we're in the same shoes, but if I go against him, then this is not going to look good for both of us.
Don't think about the fact that he writes your paycheck, right? Just right, exactly. He's just the guy that's in our voice.
You know, actually, yeah, we're basically like FIA. You know, we're broadcasting an F1 race, but we're not paid by F1. We're paid by the FIA.
That's exactly right.
So we can slander this thing all day.
Had a squirrel moment. I'm sorry. Had a guy getting loose.
Where's he at?
Just a moment ago.
I thought I saw one stuffed in the wall of turn 1 last lap. It was a quick glance
He lost
at it.
just a second ago. You see what I mean, Jeremy?
This man needs a rewind button on his box here. He's got buttons for days. He doesn't have a rewind button. There we go. Yellow truck. Good race.
How different? Here's the deal. There's still a lap 22 competition caution. That is nowhere near halfway, Jeremy. And I think that's going to be something strategy-wise that's going to really, you know, put you in a position of wow, Dana Rogers around. The Coca-Cola, that's the cherry Coca-Cola vanilla entry. The 07, watch this.
One too many cherry colas in this set of corners. Oh, loose.
Going into the bus stop.
That is a lot of rear brake if I have not seen it before. He touched the brake pedal. That thing kicked out real fast. That tells me brake bias is set all the way to the back.
I mean, he pushed it really deep into the bus stop carousel of the track right there.
Battle. The race lead continues. These two guys put on a show. There's the tail here. This has been going on the entire race, all 14 laps, now on lap 15. And 44, Dennis just really needs to figure out, where do I pass the 25? You could do it here if you're ballsy. Go side by side to the bus stop. It has been done before, it can be done again. But let's see here, it's just hard to match the 25 and beat them at the same time on each corner exit. So
and
struggling to do it.
Can you believe, Jeremy, that they're already overtaking lap traffic as well? I mean, look at these trucks now. WeatherTech entry. Ottenbacher up ahead to go a lap down. All these guys having problems here in the start of the early going to this one. We're only 15 in it when they come to the line.
Yeah, I'm really kind of surprised there's that many drivers that have fallen off pace. The 89 is really slow there, just a really conservative exit. Switching over to the 24, Jeff Stab now. Looking at James Vining in trouble 3. One truck, Dana Rogers off again. And then Cherry Cola F-150. And just like that, James is going to lay over. For Jeff Stab now, so that quick battle went to nothing. And just led over again and let him by. So clear track now for the 24. Fresh air for quite some time. Back to the race lead.
This track,
this time at the line, 5 to go.
Yeah, this track, Watkins Glen, the short course. This is the short course NASCAR layout. And as I say that, 2.45 miles, 2.45 miles. The big part of the track with the boot or the Grand Prix course makes it 3.4 miles from 8 turns, Jeremy, to 11. And it's amazing that it adds almost another mile of length to the course.
And actually, June 27th, this coming 4 weeks, 3 weeks, is going to be the iRacing hour, 6 hours of Watkins Glen. So they'll be doing the boot here in just a few weeks. But here we go. Ryan Bloom, the race leader. on the dashboard camera, or more like the roll cage camera. The trickiest part of the track. To go faster, you have to cut those, ramp them. If not, you lose time. Very easy throttle control through here. It's so easy to spin the tires in the center of the exit of the carousel. Ryan perfectly plants that power down. Good braking area to lose control. This part actually has a decent amount of grip. And also this final corner goes down to second here. Just to get back from the throttle real quick. Easy to get a tire spin off the final corner. There you go. Lap around Watkins Glen.
Back towards that 90-degree corner. There is that runoff past the rumble strips where, I'll tell you what, if you ain't careful, you will hit that sand trap. And throughout the decades, if you will, Jeremy, and even on iRacing as well, they have updated what type of outcome you'll get from that 90-degree turn if you miss it and overshoot it. I've seen rumble strips to damage the back, the undercarriage of the cars. I've seen slam straight ahead into foam barriers, Armco barriers. I've seen rumble strips. I've seen marble or like rock pellets, if you will, to make you spin like you're driving in sand. I've seen sand traps. I've seen those what do you call them, the U tires or the barriers put up like traffic cones. That you never know what the penalty will be at Watkins Glen over the decades if you shoot that 90-degree turn in turn one.
And right now it's the best. You just get the simple 1X. I don't think even yield. So I've seen some league races here to where they go all the way up right next to that wall on corner exit, way past the rumble strip. And they don't count incident points here. So it's literally just use the track where you want. This is one of the few select
just
corners
watch this.
in all of iRacing where you can just way miss it intentionally. Even the 5. So on iRacing standards, to get the 1X, all 4 tires have to be on the left-hand side of the start of the curving. In that case, the 5 didn't, so he would have been clean that corner regardless. But he has all the freedom if he wants that exit.
So Ryan Bloom is in the lead. Dennis Moore, followed by Paul Newton, Kevin Smith, and Devin West. Top 5. Dan West Jr., Tyler King, Christopher White, Stephen Paulison, Sean Brightsman, and we got some pit stops beginning. First with the Catman, James Vining. We're at the top of the hour. We'll pause quickly for 10 seconds of station identification on CRN, the Northwest Racing Series from Watkins Glen International.
Community Radio Network, WCRN 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. We are CRN.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoy today's broadcast.
Welcome back to Watkins Glen. Ryan Bloom continuing to lead the way as there you see the 00 entry, way off the pace. That's Kevin Smith losing ground to the leaders by 8 seconds of Ryan Bloom, Dennis Moore, Paul Newton. Jeremy Stanley's in the house. I'm Wesley Outland, Charles Wooten on production. As Smith tries to get around the spinning truck earlier of Dana Rogers in the Cherry Coca-Cola 07. We welcome you to round number 11 of the Northwest Truck Series, the Northwest Racing Series, if you will. And this is the Watkins Glen International. So far, Jeremy, very interesting start of things, but then it calmed down. And we're just kind of riding here right now, waiting any moment. 30 laps to go when they come back around the line. But we'll be seeing also a competition caution in the next lap or two as well.
Yeah, they said lap 22. I think there's one truck slow there in the bus stop, and there is. Off the track now, back on. Quite a few times we've seen it. Now, I'm kind of curious of what the driver's meeting had, because they're not pitting it. If they know their lap is lap 22, why aren't they on pit road now? So either they just told everyone to stay out and pit underneath that caution, or do what you want. If they were to pit right now, it'd be perfect. And there goes Ryan Bloom. He's going to do it. He's going to take the cut. Dennis actually said, you know what? That's a great idea. Let me do the same thing. And so that's how you're going to secure that position in the race lead, by not pitting under caution. Next lap, or actually this coming lap, we should see that flag fly.
And by the way, remember, you can go and pit before the official caution comes out. That's allowed. It's not like NASCAR where the pits are closed 2 laps before the end of a stage, or a competition caution, if you will, Jeremy. It's all fair. You can do that, and that's a strategy we're seeing some of these guys take advantage of. Actually, it's pretty damn smart.
Yep, it's the perfect way to do it. Caution is out after the first 5 or so across the line. Race off pit road by half a truck length. Ryan Bloom will continue to be your race leader after everyone else makes their pit stops underneath the caution. But at the moment, Tyler King technically led that last lap, so that is your first official lead change here this evening. But that should go right back to the 25 before the green flag does fly in just a couple laps.
Don't forget, Nashville Thursday, ARCA caution is out as the safety car has caught the field. Look at the different pilot lights on the safety car. I like that.
This BMW is nice.
And it's been a while since we have taken a break. We're going to go to a commercial, and we will reset things for you with under 30 to go. Watkins Glen, round 11 of the Northwest Racing Series. LSRTV, CRN's coverage of iRacing returns after the break next.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. Come on, check out what we got.
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
You've probably seen us all over the racing world and doing a lot of racing designs for events and race teams, but we also do a lot of stuff from small boutiques in small cities all the way up to Fortune 500 companies. Your brand deserves to be seen. We print on more than just shirts, hats, jackets, bags, and much, much more. Custom corporate branding starts here.
Last corner, last lap, pass.
I mean, we can go 300 laps and have a cleaner race than you can 20-lap feature at a local dirt track.
Best event of the year as far as I'm concerned, anywhere you go.
It's the most fun I've ever had in a race car.
Safety car continuing to patrol the field around Watkins Glen International. Jeremy Stanley, Wesley Outland back here with you as we have just got the competition caution just around lap number 22. Jeremy, to recap, if somebody ran to the restroom, got a snack, went outside, came back, whatever. We saw a lot of drivers come down to the pit lane a lap or two before the competition caution. That's allowed. It is fair. And I think that's why we see a strategy of a lot of these guys staying out and taking advantage to see if they can use it to win. Now, here's the downfall of that. Everyone else comes down to pit lane in sequence with the competition caution, per se. So they've got about 2 laps more, 2 or 3 laps more fuel than what those guys are that pitted 2 laps before the competition caution. Is that a positive or a negative? And keep in mind, though, before you answer, this will possibly, and it will be the only caution of the race as we get the one to go.
I think in this style race, you want less fuel. Putting weight on the back of these trucks does help with grip, but at the end of the day, lighter truck equals faster speeds.
Gotcha.
To kind of counterbalance that, if it's super speedway, you want the spoiler out of the air, so you put max fuel, but they're not so much here. And yeah, you have a couple of laps older tires. I think the tires are going to be the more crucial of the two there. Watkins Glen, I mean, it's a smooth track, but it's fast corners, which eats up your tires pretty good. So a couple laps could mean something, 15, 20 laps down the road. But we're going to actually get the restart here just before the halfway. We're going to be about 26, 27 laps to go. And we're going to watch the 25 versus the 44, I think, the whole night here, sir.
Jeremy, another thing to think about, we're 3 races into this stretch before the 4th of July break. And then when we come back, either July 7th that we have the All-Star race or July 14th, you've got 3 races, my friend, left in the regular season. And then we're going into the playoffs. I can't believe I'm saying it, but if you do the math counting tonight, we're 6 races away to the playoffs in the Truck Series.
Playoffs?
Playoffs? Yeah, playoffs.
That's kind of wild. 5 late races left.
If you're on the outside looking in right now, Jeremy, should you worry if you've not made it into that round of 16?
I think once June hits, June is when you start to go, okay, maybe I should practice a little more here. That's kind of like where my mindset would be. Get that motivation going. So yeah, right now I would say this is where you need to start focusing on points rather than wins. There we go. Pace car down. Throttle's at the ready. Let's make sure there's no tire spin. Looks like it's a good launch so far for the top 10. A lot more.
King,
Ryan Bloom, way
Smith,
out there.
Busted for penalties on the restart is what we're being told from race control. So pit penalties.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, pit penalties. But now 27 laps to go. It'll be 26 remaining when they come to the line.
No.
The stretch to the race is on here.
Ryan Bloom, I think actually they might have put a yield penalty on him. He went wide early. I didn't realize if you went too early, you get the yield penalty. But Ryan Bloom back to 5th place. I saw him slow on the back stretch. Oh, here's your last race winner from Thursday, Sean Brice, but he's going to be slow as well. Yield penalty himself. So the 46 and 25 not having a great restart right now. Ryan Bloom 3.5 seconds back. The race
Hey, can we
leader
give a
all
shout
night
out
long.
to can we give a shout out to Ray Fournier? Just celebrated a birthday a couple of days ago, Jeremy. Of, our buddy Ray Fournier, right now in the 19th position. But big happy birthday to him. Hope he had a great day.
Happy birthday for me. Oh,
Whoa,
big wreck in the
trouble.
back.
It's
Oh
that
my
Daggett.
gosh. It might have been.
Troy Daggett just crashed hard, guys.
Oh, what an impact. No caution,
99,
of
Troy
course.
Daggett. Look at the replay coming up. He was even airborne. Watch this.
Lucy, overcorrecty.
Wow.
Oh, the Brett Johnson in there. I didn't see that part of it. But, man, that's probably the hardest hit I've seen on that section of the guardrail ever.
Man, what a hard shot there for Troy Daggett. Watch this again. And again, Brett Johnson. I mean, wow, just badly damaged. As we go back to the action live now with Smith. Changing up his numbers, changing up his colors. And that win race at bomb speed, click at RV 00 as he dirt tracks it off the corner and he goes around. Whoa!
We got him in real time.
Driving in reverse, Ricky Bobby.
Hoping the guy on the inside was not going to get destroyed. Thankfully, Kevin kept it up the track. Great driver control to not throw it back down there. But, man, that could have been so much worse.
Just simply went around, lost it, went around, spin it. Now Paulison's truck, by the way, now in the 7th spot. Jeff Stabnow on pit road. Jeff Stabnow in trouble. Here's a look at the 24. Oh.
Wait, he did this on lap 3. Are we sure you're not watching a replay? This is an identical replay, because he even did the same thing. He literally created the opening start.
You know, you really, I don't know if you know this or not, but he is not a fan of, he's not a fan of road courses, Jeff Stabnow is. Don't ever ask about going to Canadian Tire Motorsports Barn.
Well, he loves guardrails. He's dancing with them tonight. That I do know. Kind of watching Devin West trying to maintain 1 second behind Dennis Moore. This guy right here who had the big goof there on turn 1 entry is trying to fight back. He's under just at 3 seconds. He was 3.5, so he's made up some ground. You see him getting loose there. He's trying. He has a lot of time left, but then he also has to pass the guys in front of him, you know, at a relatively good speed. So we'll keep an eye on the 25 and see how he progresses back up to the front.
Christopher White now trying to climb out of the top 5 is that 6th position. There you see Dana Rogers in 14th. You know, only 2 road courses this year for the series. Jeremy, do you agree with that? I mean, we raced at Portland, and then we're racing here at the Glen, and that's it. Everything else will be speedway racing for the remainder of the season.
Depends on who you ask. If you're asking me like you just did, I like a road course in the back half of the season.
Yeah,
I think it should be. I think it should even be playoff round of 16. That's my personal feeling about it. If you can be a champion, you'd be good at all courses. So that's my take on it. What about you?
I mean, I kind of feel the same way. I'm a fan of the road courses. I think I've come to see with the road course racing lately, it's become very entertaining. The only thing that I don't like is the controlled caution. Like, I don't like the fact that you're only going to have 1 caution for the race. I do like it because it makes the show go by quicker, but I just, you know.
Yeah, iRacing doesn't throw caution, so I could kind of see why if you
Yeah,
had a
I
sub
don't like
wreck.
that.
Yeah, like there needs to be like something coded in iRacing to where if you see 3 trucks having a 4X at the same time, you might want to throw something. But it's so hard to manage that. But if your admins are on top of it, you can be like, you know what, we're gonna be very strict on these cautions. If there's anyone wrecking called out, we'll make it happen. They're going with the iRacing code, so there's ways to get around it.
You looking forward to Mexico road course this Sunday, Carolyn? Father's Day in Mexico, NASCAR?
You know what? So I love road course racing, and I'm all for it. You know what I'm not kind of a fan of, which it might just be a hot take on it, or maybe just because it's foreign to us, with puns included. They are going to be celebrating the NASCAR Series podium style. They're going to be doing the 1, 2, 3 bronze, silver, gold for the series finishers this weekend.
They're doing like a podium ceremony.
Yeah,
We got to truck off
doing...
the pace. We got to truck off the pace, guys. I want to say
stuck.
it's Hutchinson in the 91. Scott Hutchinson's truck not up the speed.
No, he's good.
All right, well, it's another one.
Oh, no, here we go. See, he was stopping right there right before we cut camera.
There he is right there. It's Eckelbarger
73.
truck. Yeah, Eckelbarger.
Yep. He must have destroyed that thing. That thing, the left front's gone. What happened to the 73?
Why did he go a little bit further? A little bit further.
The wheel's broken.
A little bit further. A little bit further. A little bit
Keep
further.
going.
How the, what the hell? 20 to go, and we're still going
This is
further
the
back.
LSRTV,
How many
TV
seconds does it
rewind.
go back when you rewind, Charles? What is it? Wow.
There we go.
Oh,
One
we
more
finally-
time.
Holy
One
cow, we
more
finally
time.
called up. One more time, and you might catch the rabbit on the, or the rat on the wheel turn.
Here it is.
Here we go. What's this? Corey Eckelbarger, 73. This is the bus stop. The
Too
inner
loose in
loop.
center?
Oh, wow, what a hit. Shot hard into the Armco barrier out of the inner loop. Heading into the outer loop of the carousel. Oh,
Why is he not
wow.
parked that thing yet? He can't make it.
Is he trying to purposely bring out a caution? It ain't going to happen.
No, definitely not going to happen. That's guaranteed not to happen. Yeah, he just came off the first set of bumps. I thought the truck looked stable on landing, but then something in the right rear, right rear just said, yeah, no, I don't have enough on me, and then sent him to the outside wall. Huge tire wall impact. But yes, podium finishers, 1, 2, 3, being celebrated all weekend long in Mexico. That's an interesting take.
I mean, that's
Yes.
going to be cool to see, right? It's like Formula One or IndyCar, the way that they, the way they talk
Yeah,
to the
it's
top
like-
3.
It's great. I got nothing wrong with it outside of why does third place have to be celebrated only in Mexico?
Yeah.
It's a tradition, so it makes sense.
In Mexico, right?
It's a non-American thing to do. Any other series, doesn't matter where, what country. It's just, but America does it different. We just only go the winner, right? Winner takes all. But they go top 3 any other series. That makes a little bit of sense. Now if we go back to Canada, Montreal, they got to do the top 3 in Montreal as well, right?
18 laps to go, but they cut back to the line as this one is nearing to the finish. Sorry, guys. I was looking at some stats here for a second. My apologies. Here, I'm trying to get the giddy on Dennis Moore, the man that's up in front right now. Dennis Moore looking for his third win. If he pulls it off, he would join Devin West with 3 wins this year. Did you know that, Jeremy? He won at Phoenix. No. He won at Rockingham. And if he wins tonight, he will be a 3-time winner, joining Devin West with 3 wins on the year.
Yeah, we got Paul Newton with 2 wins. Dennis Moore with 2 wins. And that's it. So 3 drivers with multiple wins this season.
Yes, sir. If he pulls this off, Dennis Moore will pick up another victory, 3rd of the season, and his 75th. Top 5, 116th, top 10, or 117th top 10, and it will be his 18th career NASCAR win if he can get it done. West, though, in 2nd. He's looking for 4th win of the year for the Northwest Truck Series. No, it's because I do NASCAR before I do this series. I mean, I multitask. Devin West is looking for a 4th win of the season if he wins tonight. All-time winner of the series for the year so far for Devin West, and it'll be win 36 for him. But I'm surprised, Jeremy, Paul Newton with 15 to go. I mean, he's not out of the hunt, but he's 4 seconds behind the leader, Dennis Moore. Paul Newton just has not really been that competitive today. And that surprises me.
Yeah, I mean, he's been kind of there, and there's been some laps where he's mimicked the times of Dennis. He just doesn't, like right there, just too much curb in the bus stop. If he could put a solid lap together every single time and be started right next to the 44 on a restart, he might have an okay chance at it. But it's just very inconsistent in comparison to the guys running in front of him. It's holding him back just a little bit. Into some lap traffic there. Look at the, I don't know if you just noticed, Ryan Bloom in the 25. I've been watching his times this whole entire start after his little mess up. He was 3.5 seconds back 2 laps ago. And now look at him. He was 2 seconds. Oh, he just drives into too deep. Okay, I was going to watch him back 2.7, 2.8. Yeah, he just lost almost a full second. He actually did lose a full second in between the front stretch and turn 1 exit. So Ryan Bloom is trying to pick up some time. He made some ground up. He can do it again now. Just can't overdrive turn 1.
Ryan Bloom, just a little slip there if he gets out of the inner loop to the outer loop to the carousel, heading back to the Big Bend. It will open the door for Newton to capitalize on Ryan Bloom to take that 3rd spot. There's Kevin Smith, by the way. He's trying to get back into the top 5 and make a run after Christopher White. That's Kevin Smith. He had problems earlier when he got sideways. 10 trucks on the lead lap with 15 to go, 14 to go at the line, Jeremy.
Still got a decent amount of racing, about 16, 17 minutes of green flag action, and this thing is all wrapped up. Still looking at Ryan Bloom about 3 seconds back. Not a fan of turn 1. Outside of that, he's good everywhere else. West still holding on within 1 second of Dennis Moore. 0.8, 0.9 has been the margin for the past 4 or 5 laps or so. Right now we have 10 drivers. 10 drivers are currently on their lead lap. The next one to go lap down will be Brightsman, which holds about a 15-ish second lead over the 44 for that 1 lap down marker. There's a good little battle here. Paulson and 21, Mr. King, going to the bus stop here. They've been trying to hash it out for the past few laps.
at Tyler King now, as he is in the top 10 on the lead lap, setting his sights on Stephen Paulison, who, by the way, has won this season. Won at Nashville back in April. Whoa, Paulison got nervous there, it looked like, for a second there, as he realized Tyler King was running him down there, Jeremy.
Yeah, just a quick little reflex there, but he's going once more. 13 laps, now 12 and a half laps to go in this event. West has lost a few tenths compared to last time. Ryan Bloom still losing a little bit there, so he's back out of the picture. Newton and West putting on a great show. And then Smith and White also doing the same thing here. So a couple of good, strong battles on the track right now.
Winner last week at Atlanta, Christopher White, the Craftsman, number 19. There he is on the inside. Solid top 10 drive. He's in 7th, pushing to run down Kevin Smith for 6th, and he's under attack by Johnson. But Johnson, by the way, multiple laps down, so it's actually Christopher White trying to run down Smith for 6th as they go back to the 90 in turn 1.
Scoring pylon here on the left-hand side. You got Paulison and King still neck and neck there. Brightsman is about 10 seconds from falling outside the lead lap. And there's another battle. It's Paul Newton and Devin West. Goes back to the 58-21. They got a slower truck, Brett Johnson, in front of them. Looks like he's going to yield at the worst part of the track. Just kind of at the wrong time, but both these guys get through unscathed. 11 laps to go this time at the line. I'm impressed that there's still a couple of spots on the track that are like with good, solid competition, and this is one of them. It's been one of the best battles for the past 5 laps or so. See this one, or it was Newton and West. There still is there, half a tenth as well, separated.
Now, you're exactly right. There's the battle for 8th and 9th on track. We saw it earlier between Paulison and King, and now Paulison overshoots the 90, opens the door inside. Tyler King goes around him. And Nicole Bryant, photography, number 21 Ford, gets around Paulison. And now King can set his sights now on trying to get around some more lap traffic before he can catch Christopher White. Couple of 2 or 3 seconds ahead for him, but King is 26 seconds back to the leader, Dennis Moore, Jeremy, as when they come to the line this time by off the big bend. We're looking at 10 to go. He's already crossed the line now. The scoring pylon just changed. There's already 10 to go in the race now for the 44.
He's got a very nice 2-second lead while doing this thing. Doing a great job getting that consistent laps posted to be able to have this comfortable lead with 10 laps to go. Just gotta hit the marks, don't ramp these curbs too much, and got it all in a bag. You're not going to be controlled by a yellow flag. It's just green flag to checkers. So Dennis in a great spot. Currently still tracking the top 10 on the lead lap. Brightsman is about 5 to 10 seconds away from going a lap down, which would leave only the top 9. Look at that, 4 trucks almost evenly spaced out on the second part of the back straightaway, then a huge gap to 5th on back.
Next week we'll be, of course, heading to Another fun place, different than the road courses here like Watkins Glen. Homestead Miami Speedway, you think of precision banking and a place where you can go 3, 4, 5 wide, maybe more if you're brave enough, Jeremy. That is where we head for the Northwest Truck Series. I love Homestead, man. I love it. Yes, sir.
Mine is Daytona. Homestead is my next local track that's on the NASCAR Cup schedule. Love that place. I'm not a good driver there. I'm terrible at tire management, but I love racing that track. It's so much fun to go top, bottom, doesn't matter. Choose your lane. It's there for you and it works. Such a cool track. And it's the championship race again next year, 2026.
It is, yeah, man. They're bringing back again, as you said, NASCAR championship at Homestead. But they also said that they're not bringing it back to Homestead completely. They're going to consider moving the championship finale around to different racetracks. And, I mean, part of me says I agree with that, but the part of me also is like, here's the deal. It limits actually where they can have the finale at because, Jeremy, you got to understand, the season ends in November. It used to end the week before Thanksgiving. Let's freaking be honest. Now it's the first weekend of November. But with that being said, it still has to be in more of a climate geographical location where it's still fairly warm. I don't see NASCAR running the championship at Michigan in October or November to decide the title for the championship.
Yeah. Ben Kennedy.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to be realistic here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Ben Kennedy, who's been training to be taking over stuff from NASCAR eventually, used to driving the trucks. He kind of commented on that and says, like, you have just a handful of tracks, right? So you have Homestead, you have Phoenix, right?
Right.
You don't want to do a super speedway and you don't want to do road course, so those are off the thing. Then you got to worry about the climate control. So you're down to like Texas, you're down to Charlotte possibly,
maybe Texas, Atlanta, Charlotte, Talladega,
the highest north,
but I don't think they'll run super speedways, though, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't do Atlanta. No super speedway, no road course. It's too much of a volatile race that would be. So Kansas,
maybe
Charlotte,
maybe
Homestead,
Darlington?
Phoenix, Darlington would be 1, 2. But they also have the September race, which the Southern 500 and whatnot. They already have a couple like locked-in time frames, so they want to adjust that. Remember last time they tried changing the Darlington schedule, the fan base went wild. So I think it's the only thing that would lock them out of a championship race. So you're down to like 5 tracks you can bounce around, and I'm more than happy to welcome that in too. Because in the past, Phoenix has been a Penske racetrack in the Cup schedule. It's been a 4 dominant track really for the past 5 years or so since the reconfiguration. So rotating it back and forth to different tracks keeps it fresh.
No.
Charles talking on CRN, not heard on YouTube, and he is saying, I'm sorry, track owner, you can't sell your tickets till 2 weeks prior to the event. Pick a track with 2 weeks left and send it. You're gonna crash every website that sells tickets. Hysterical. Just like these caution flags. Last Thursday we were guessing. And then boom, go get them now.
Interesting. 5 to go, by the way, here. Watkins Glen to the finish of this one, and it has been, I don't want to say the word snoozer, but definitely it has been the Dennis Moore kind of night. I mean, especially in the second half of this race, Jeremy, that bomb speed win racing entry 44 Chevrolet jumped up in front, never looked back, trying to be a 3-time winner of the year, joining Devin West with that. And if that wasn't enough for Dennis Moore, career win number 18 of the Northwest Racing Series, if he gets it done here tonight.
He's out to a 2.5-second lead. Ryan Bloom is on the heels of Devin West. He wants to get back to at least second place. Doesn't have the truck to make up 5 laps with his 3-second deficit, but he is strongly trying to make that effort to get around the 5 of Devin West. So this is probably going to be a really good battle all the way through for now 4 laps remaining. That's a wild take. You could do a fantasy captain, Charles. Picking the least whiniest of the drivers.
The whiniest of the
Kyle Busch, no more championships ever for you, buddy. It's locked in. Joey Logano, you're out. Denny Hamlin's out. Who would win that? Chase Briscoe? Chase Briscoe would have a good chance. Should give you 50-50.
Everybody just right now.
He's a good pick.
A single file. I mean, this thing is just moved to the home stretch. Coming up post-race. So Dan West Jr., hold on. 6th place truck goes around.
He said, what were you calling this race?
Washington.
He heard you say something about the race, and he said, "All right, I'm gonna put a little something in this."
A little something for Wesley to wake you up, buddy.
Damn, a little weepy to the whoopy to the whoop. That didn't touch the roll, didn't touch a truck, didn't. Oh, never mind. Erase all that. Bumps the wall there.
By the way, 3 make it 2 to go when Dennis Moore gets back to start finish, which is coming up here once he gets out of the Big Bend, heading to the final couple of turns. And you see Ryan Bloom and Devin West. They're in hunt. I mean, and there's a lot of traffic up in the leader's way. If we can go back to the start-finish line, Charles, you can see there he is. And there they are. And there's the trucks a lap down or on the tail end that could wreak havoc in this race. But there's also, Jeremy, only 2 laps to go here at the Glen.
Yep, 2 laps to go. Under 4 miles remains. Looking at the man right here who's got that nice, beautiful 3-second lead over second and third as they continue to duke it out for the final spot. Going around Dana Rogers here. There's a couple more. I think maybe even just one more lap truck in the 44 will be cleared. And that's Sean Bryceman coming up, trying to not go a lap down. But ultimately will not pose a threat to the 44. Devin West picked up a couple tenths that lap, up to 2.6, but loses all in the carousel. Coming up to the 1 to go.
The CRN 1 to go. More details at WeareCRN.com. Hey, by the way, don't forget, in addition to iRacing for the upcoming week ahead, Dennis Moore crossing the line. White flag is out, getting ready for the North Carolina East-West All-Star Games in Greensboro. And in addition to that, this Friday night, Friday the 13th, at Vance Auto Parts, NASCAR Regional Night. Powers of NASCAR will be there. Looking forward to hanging out with Kevin Neveline in my house and everybody at NASCAR. And we'll have coverage of also the WKA Regional Championship Series from Paradise Raceway in Sellers, South Carolina, this Friday and Saturday on the Community Radio Network. Final lap, Dennis Moore trying to get around road course ARCA winner at Lime Rock Park, Sean Brightsman. And Jeremy Stanley, you can put this one to bed, my friend. Put another winner in the three-time Winners Club, joining Devin West, who, by the way, right there in sight of Dennis Moore. Dennis Moore will now become a three-time winner this season. And as he works off the final turn out of Big Bend, his 18th career victory in the Northwest Racing Series goes to Dennis Moore. He gets it done tonight here in the back of the New York Groove 125. And at the end of 50-plus laps, Jeremy, Win Racing back up again in the win column.
Yeah, it's an excellent job. Took one little issue from Ryan Bloom to eliminate any threat. And Dennis Moore just had the best truck after that all the way through. It would have been a nice battle to see the 44 and the 25. But at the end of the day, Dennis stayed clear of any issues. 25 lower shot in the entrance of turn number 1, and that's it. So job well done. It's three wins for 2 drivers now. So those 2 are going to have to kind of figure out who's going to collect the most checkered flags at the end of the season. Kind of fun to watch. Man, hopefully this translates to the playoffs. You'd hate to see all these wins in the regular season. You get to the playoffs, and then you don't advance. So, great job so far in 2025 for this guy, Dennis Moore.
Celebration on as Dennis Moore picking up the victory here. Jeremy Stanley will part ways in just a moment and get on out of here for the night. Post-race coming up. Homestead next week, tentatively Thursday, ARCA Northwest at Nashville. That should be a good one for the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Let the celebration begin, and probably the only damn exciting, cool thing you're going to see of the whole race is about to be unveiled. The Northwest High Five Salute as Dennis Moore, the nice consight got from the other three-time winner of the year of Devin West.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Into
Kevin
the windshield.
Smith off the win race and says, how you doing? How you doing? Like Norbert.
No.
Whoa. Tyler King. Send him in the air. Send his butt in the air. Chris White there. The tailgate was flying. And Dan West Jr. I give that about a 3. Oh! Woo! Stephen Paulison says, I find you.
He said, I'm done. He parked it.
Some people chiming in saying Vegas might be a possibility. Yes.
Yeah,
it's
Vegas
a
was
shame
also
that
on
they
the list,
ruined
too.
the whole deal at Auto Club. I think that's a heartbreak. You know, that could have been something. Make them earn it. You're right, Jared Morgan. Send them to Sonoma. Sonoma for championship rank weekend. Wine country.
That's a road course.
Hard no on
Not
Texas.
on the,
Jeff
not on the
Beadle.
list.
Jeff Beadles, Charles Wooten, hard no on Texas, man. He is not a fan.
Texas is beginning better. As the surface age, it gets better, but still not championship worthy. The All-Star race was a fluke. That
was a
surface needs
popcorn
to be
fart.
aged about another 5 years before considering it.
Let's take a look at the results here tonight for round number 11 of the Northwest Racing Series, race season 12 of the year. There it is Dennis Moore, 3rd win this season. I'll be chatting with him in a moment. Devin West, the runner-up, get his thoughts as well. To Ryan Bloom. By the way, that is Win, LSRTV Win, 1, 2, 3. Paul Newton, again, another night, Jeremy, where the road course king, as I proudly call him labeled, struggles again. A top 5, nothing wrong with a top 5 finish, but just did not light up the win column. Kevin Smith a top 5. Chris White, Tyler King, Dan West Jr., Stephen Paulus, and Sean Brightsman all on the lead lap. But look at the interval from the top 10 of the winner, Dennis Moore, when it's said and done at the checker flag.
Yeah, large gap there, and also a large gap in the lap time, or lap count rather. So John Ottenbacher in 11th, Scott Hutchison 12th, Brett Johnson in 13th, Dana Rogers 14th, Jeff Stabnow in P15, Troy Daggett 16th, Corey Elkelbarger in 17th, James Vining 18th, Ray Fournier 19th, Frank Harris 20th, 21st, Stephen Bartlett, and 22nd, Josh Childress, who technically started but not turned a single lap, so he's still on the board at P22.
Time of race, 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 33 seconds when the checker flag fell. Coming up, we'll get ready for post-race interviews. But, Jeremy, I'll let you get on out of here and Boyd Voyage, my friend. Always a pleasure, sir. I'll see you Thursday, God willing. And your final take of tonight here at Watkins Glen. It's in the books.
Appreciate you, sir. Road courses are done, so you got to focus now on the oval side here. Watkins Glen's always a fun track to race at behind the wheel. Watching it can be 50-50 depending on the action, and with the lack of cautions, that kind of spaces out the field. So but it's cool to see a lot of 2x2 battles here and there throughout the whole back half of the event. So kind of kept it entertaining, but decent race for a lot of drivers overall.
Certainly was a good one. That's Jeremy Stanley. We are going to post-race interviews next and get the thoughts of the podium, as well as Dennis Moore, third win this season, joining Devin West, I meant to say, as we're also heading to the top of the hour quickly for 10 seconds of station identification. Post-race interviews will follow on the Community Radio Network. This is iRacing on LSRTV in the Northwest Racing Series.
Community Radio Network, WCRN 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. We are CRN.
This
Watkins Glen, the New York Groove 125 in the books at the Virtual Empire State, and Dennis Moore joins us, third win on the season, joining Devin West, who, by the way, has 3 wins as well. Dennis, career win number 18 as well for the Northwest Racing Series, but I mean, I'm telling you, it kind of hung back the first half of the race, but the strategy coming in, changing things, did you do anything different to the truck? It seemed like, obviously, as soon as you got up in front, nobody could catch the 44. Congratulations to you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. This win means a lot. I rank it up there with my first win in this series. I started off a pretty bad road racer, but Ryan and Kevin made me a lot better. The race was a lot of fun. The first half, Ryan and I were just riding, see what we had for the long run, and then we weren't really sure if we could make it on fuel after the caution. But about 20 laps into the run, we figured out we could probably make it. So that's what we pit earlier. We usually lose on that strategy, but it was a good strategy by both Ryan and I. He was definitely the fastest truck tonight. It sucks he made a mistake in the turn one there after the caution, but the race was a lot of fun.
And I'll tell you what, Dennis, this is the last road course race on the season. Do you agree with the fact that the Powers of Northwest decided not to have road course races except only 2 this year?
Yeah, I think 2 is the perfect number for 24, 25 race season. It's a lot of work trying to get good at road courses. They're a lot of fun, but yeah, I'm glad we're done with these for the year.
Well, buddy, before I let you go, please thank your sponsors. We'll see you next week at Homestead, or we'll see you obviously Thursday night if you run at Nashville for ARCA.
All right, I appreciate it. I want to thank you guys, LSRTV, everybody in Northwest Racing Series, especially Jeff and Sean, the drivers committee, Bomb Speed Setup Shop, and Win Racing, Kevin and Ryan. Thanks.
Dennis Moore picking up another win, 3rd win on the season. It, of course, is his 18th overall career Northwest Series win, 75th top 5, and his 117th top 10 for the man in his 167th start. Dennis Moore, winner here at Watkins Glen. Let's grab Devin West. He's also a 3-time winner this year. And Devin, nothing wrong with second. It just seemed like the truck was, I don't want to say it was off, but do you feel like you were in a different strategy than where Dennis Moore was? Or, maybe just, trying to look at the statistics here, maybe coming down pit lane before, the official caution came out for the stage ending or the first half of the race. Do you feel like that changed things? Did something change on the truck? Did you change something on the truck? What's your take of being second, bud?
I mean, I'm pretty happy. I mean, I started 17th because apparently I can't qualify that in the wall at road courses. So I felt like to go from 17th to second at this track especially. I feel like I'm stoked by it. I mean, that was definitely one of my best road course races I've had maybe ever. So to get second, I feel like it's awesome. And honestly, I feel like that's just a testament to Ryan and Dennis and Paul and those guys, the set they built and the races they ran. I'm not going to see a single mistake out of any of them. So I was hoping for it, but I didn't get it. So, no, I feel like I did a pretty good job. I mean, there's not much you can do on a road course other than maybe pit a lap earlier, which I actually did with those guys. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm happy.
I mean, end of the day, I mean, you know that you're looking at a postseason. So is Dennis Moore. I mean, are you two guys looking like to be the win race and LSRTV battle to fight for the championship, it seems?
I mean, I'd like to say that, but I mean, Ryan and Kevin and Paul and all those guys, and even guys on my own team, Sean, Jeff, and Sean and John and Brett. I mean, any of those guys can roll up to a weekend or a race and just kick butt, right? And so, and that's just LSRTV and Win Racing, right? There's Tyler and Beaver State Racing and all those guys. That's what's league's so fun, is you never really know who's going to be good each week. And with a one race championship, it really can just come down to one race where you just are off a little bit and you don't win, right? So I don't know. I enjoy just going out each race and trying my best and trying to see how good I can finish. I don't really think about the playoffs too much. It's not this time of year. And then what comes and just kind of try to. I think I'm gonna miss some playoff races, to be honest with you. So I think I'll have to probably win quite a bit, and so that's gonna kind of suck. But we'll do that when we get there.
Well, buddy, before I let you go, please thank your sponsors. We'll see you at Nashville coming up on Thursday. ARCA.
Yeah, it should be a good race. Another one of those tracks where Dennis kicks butt every year, so that shouldn't be very fun, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I just want to thank Team LSRTV, Jeff and Sean and Dad and John and Brett for building these sets every week and just making this an awesome time. And then obviously LSRTV guys from the booth are always great. And then Effective Web Solutions, Motorsports Distributing, and Kenny System Hardwood.
Runner-up and a three-time winner this year as well as Dennis Moore. It is Devin West, and he'll finish second. Ryan Bloom, understanding a little frustrated with things that happened on the track for him. He was on the podium for third. However, he has declined interview. Next week, Northwest Trucks roll into round 12. It will be at Homestead, Miami. ARCA Northwest Series this Thursday at Nashville. For Jeff Stabnow and, of course, Charles Wooten, John Annenbacher, Sean Brightsman, everybody behind the Northwest and LSRTV. For Jeremy Stanley, I'm Wesley Outland. Good night. Dennis Moore wins here at the Glen.